Hey guys, in this video I will go over the speculations for the banners of 5.2 up until 5.7, and keep in mind to take everything that I say in this video with a grain of salt, as it might change in the upcoming days and most of them are speculations anyways. Also, as I promised, since we hit the like goal in my last banner videos, we will be doing a Welkin moon giveaway in this video, and all you have to do to participate is to subscribe to the channel and like this video first, and then comment down below who are you currently saving for, and maybe even let me know why you like them so much that you decided to save and pull for them. And by doing so, after I reach 3k subscribers, I will announce the winner, or maybe even 2 winners, depending on how many comments we can get. I will use a comment randomizer and I will randomly choose the lucky winner. And don't forget to participate in this one, and don't worry, there will be a lot more in the future, and I promise to give away a lot more Welkins. But as you can see, my channel is fairly small and this is all I have to offer right now, so sorry about that. Now let's start the video with patch 5.2, a patch where we're also getting a new expansion for Nathlin to explore. And yes, as most of you guys have already seen it, Chasca, the new 5-star animal bow user, alongside rerun, the 4-star electro bow user, are 100% confirmed to be in this patch. And even though I cannot show the footage of their gameplays, but I promise they both seem to be really fun. And even though I don't really want to pull for Chasca, but I really want to at least get one copy of rerun, so I might pull a couple of times on her banner just to get at least a copy of him. And as far as the reruns go, Lyney will rerun in the first phase next to Chasca. And Lyney was the first character that we got introduced to in Fontaine, and I know a lot of people like him. And now in the second phase, we will have 2 of the most popular characters in the game, that are Neuvillette and Zhongli, and I'm sure many of you guys are aware that both of them are game changers in their own ways and can really work well in the same team as well. For example, Neuvillette is such a good DPS that will make the enemies look weak and defeat them quite easily, and Zhongli will also make you comfortable with the game a lot more, because you barely have to dodge with how good his shield is, which, let me remind you, it is still the best shield in the game and will help characters such as Neuvillette himself to not get interrupted during his moves, and it equals to more DPS over time. Now let's move on to 5.3. In this version, we will be getting a long-awaited Mavuika, the Pyro Archon, and Archons have always been some of the greatest units to have on your account, at least in my personal opinion, because all the Archons at some point in the game made the game more interesting for me. And I for one will definitely pull for Mavuika, and I'm sure based off of what I've heard about her, she's going to be a great sub DPS and support character for your teams, and in general improve their abilities to deal more damage, even if they're not from Nathlin. But for more info about her kit, I will make a separate video, so keep an eye out for that as well. And the next rumored character is Citlali, the 5-star Cryo user that will also be on this patch, and all I know about her and I can say is that she seems to be an off-field support character, but that's pretty much it for now, cause I don't really want to give you guys false information and false hope. And for the reruns, you could expect to see xianyun get her first rerun based off of the fact that the Lantern Rites event is also on this patch, and it is long overdue for her to get her rerun. And the other rerun could possibly be WRIOTHESLEY, and like, come on, how can Hoyo keep doing this to this character? I mean, out of all the Fontaine based characters, he's the only one that still hasn't had a rerun. Like, for God's sake, we are getting another rerun for Neuvillette in 5.2 and not for WRIOTHESLEY. So it would only make sense, or at least I would hope so, to give him one rerun, and it all makes sense to be in 5.3. But hey, I think Hoyo hits Cryo characters at this point. If you don't believe me, look at how they treated Eula. And don't get me started on Shenhe, that also needs a rerun desperately. But I digress, so let's move on to the next bit of info. Now, it is said that in 5.3 we are getting the Chronicled Wish banner, and it is Liyue themed. And based on the fact that only characters with 3 or more banners can be on this banner, I would have to say characters such as Shenhe unfortunately can't make it, but there are a couple of Liyue based characters that can appear in this patch, like Ganyu, Xiao, Yelan, even Hu Tao and Baizhu, and of course a few more like Qiqi and Keqing could also make an appearance. And keep in mind, there has been some rumors that we are going to get a new skin, and it's for none other than our beloved Yelan, and I personally really like her and it sounds to be great, even though I probably wouldn't buy the skin, but I think still nice to have it in the game. Now from this point of the video, these are all my speculations and some infos from unreliable sources that shouldn't be taken too seriously. In 5.4 we will most likely get Madame Pink become a playable character, similar to how Xianyun did last year, and then a rerun of characters such as Shenhe and Arlecchino makes a lot of sense to happen during 5.4, and then a rerun for either Kinnish or Mualani is highly possible since it would be 4 patches since their initial first banners. Oh, and I also think that Clornet really needs her rerun in this patch because she still hasn't gotten one, and it would be ideal for her to receive her first ever rerun in 5.4 since her first time appearing on a banner was back in 4.7. Now when it comes to 5.5 up until 5.7, since our infos and speculations are really lackluster, I would have to say these are the reruns and the new characters that we might get, but these are in no order, so keep that in mind. Characters such as Farina, the Hydro Archon, Venti, the Anima Archon, and Kokomi, the Hydrocalyx user, who is one of the best healers in the game and hasn't gotten a rerun in quite some time, and either Mualani or Kinnish if one of them doesn't get their reruns up until 5.4, and of course a Xianyun rerun is given based on the patterns of the previous regions, but that's all I can say and really speculate. And I know you might say it's wishful thinking, but I really think a new Fatui Harbinger will become playable somewhere between there, and it's going to be either Colombina or Capitano. But hey, call me crazy for believing that this will become a reality, but I actually do believe it because we already have a few Fatui Harbingers as playable characters, so it's not that far off from reality. So mark my words and let me know down below in the comments what you guys think, and don't forget to participate in the Welkin Moon giveaway, and if you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe to not miss out on future videos. And yes, I will keep using my real voice even if it's not the best, because I personally don't really like using AI generated ones, and that's not a dig at anyone, and that's pretty much my personal opinion, and I hope you guys like my voice as well. Now wishing you guys all the luck in the world when wishing for your favorite characters, and have a good day or night, and peace.